am Rob, and we have coffee. So, welcome to Rob with Coffee, or Coffee with Rob, whichever you prefer. But, more to the point, it's been a little while since I've done one of these, and I thought it would be nice to put out some content and give you something to watch while I wait for this massive bout of meh to pass. I've been hit with this just malaise, this creative drought that I've got stuff ready. I just can't force myself as much as I want to put out stuff and build my channel and do things. It's been hard going. And I'm not going to self-diagnose. It could be a mild depression. It could be, a few things here and there. But ultimately, I need to kind of get control of my life and start making things and doing things. I only have so much time in my life. Whether that's I live till I'm 90 or, I'm gone in a week. But no, I'm not dying. But, you have to take advantage of the time you've got. I think all of us, it's a good lesson to learn. I do that every day as I, go through and I see people who are in worse shape than I am, and I realize I really have to do something. So I'm on my new diet. I've lost 6 pounds over the last week and a half. So last week. So, it's going the right direction. I just need to clamp down on the willpower and we can get there. Hopefully if I do that, that'll give me years onto my life. But you're probably like, Rob, we're here for the gaming stuff. Okay, fine. I don't know if I showed you guys my mug. My wife got this for me. It's a nice mug. It even comes with a lid that completes the 20-sided die. So, I believe we got it from GameStop, but I think it's a Think Geek item, so they funnel a lot of things through there. So if you want your own 20-sided die, I'm going to warn you, they chip really easily. So I would not, I think it says it's safe to put in the microwave or the dishwasher, but I wouldn't do it. Hand wash only and be careful with it because a little chip on there can happen. Okay, so, and it was overly expensive. It was a gift, so it's fine. I think it's $20. $20 for a mug is a little bit much for me, but it has the lid and it's my thing. So, also, something else that I found, which was very exciting. I heard about this on Facebook. I have numerous groups that keep me in the know about things that are going on in the gaming world. And one of the things they mentioned was the fact that fantasy dice, whatever you want to call them, dragon dice, fantasy dice, what have you, the basic dice that generally you use to play games that aren't just your standard 6-sided Monopoly dice, are available at Walmart for a really reasonable price. Well, I had to find out about that. So I went to my Walmart, and sure enough, there in the board games section, that alert tells you that this value is really almost a steal. But in that section, they had a peg hook full of these, what are called campaign dice. They come through their Spin Master, which is how a lot of their toys and things come through. And the publisher is Cardinal Games, who I'm not familiar with. But I bought a pack because dice, right? And they were $6.97 here in Fond du Lac. So $6.97 for 3 sets of dice is not a bad deal. You might be thinking to yourself, that sounds too good to be true. Well, I bought them. So, they all come in their own little baggies, which is just big enough to hold a set of 7 dice. And they're in 3 different colors. This one is the purple. They all have gold lettering, numbering. The 10-sided die, or if this is the 12. And I do like this purple luster quite a bit. Purple is one of my power colors, I've been told. I like it, my wife likes it. So these are very nice, and it is the complete set. It's got your 20, 12, 8, 6, 4, and what my friends call dummy dice. which is one 10-sided die numbered 1 through 0, and then the one that is clearly the percentiles. I like using those dice because it gets rid of any kind of ambiguity. If you're like, oh, reds are 10s, and then you change it, it almost seems like you're cheating. So those are the purple and gold, and you know, from rolling, they feel fine rolling. They're solid dice. The coloring is very nice. I like it. I would have genuinely not minded picking up a set of that color anyhow, despite the fact that these are ridiculously inexpensive. And then we have these kind of greenish, kind of more of a jade green color. Just some nice coloration here. We try to show off these colors. When I first saw them, I thought they were kind of more of a gray, but now I think I can see the green in them. And again, they're just a nice, subtle color. The gold makes them look rather classy, I think. And again, you think $7 for 3 sets of dice, even with their little bags. These are very nice. I would definitely not think twice about giving these out as a gift to somebody who likes gaming. And I, as a matter of fact, am going to take them with me to the public games that I play in case somebody is missing a set or needs one. It's always a nice feeling at a game, I find, to have your own set. To not have to borrow somebody else's, to just be able to roll the dice that you need to roll on your own. It helps people, I find, with a little bit more of a sense of ownership of the game and their license within the game. So I have no problem with this. Also, I may at some point just decide to give somebody some dice at one of these collections. Because, quite honestly, it didn't set me back that much. So I am not wealthy enough that I just sling sets of dice and books out to people. But in this case, I wouldn't mind doing it. So then we have the brighter green. And with the green and gold, considering I am a supporter of the Green Bay Packers, that's their colors. So those are nice. And again, it goes through the entire set. Now, that being said, so as you can see, nice color all in all. That being said, I'm still going to go with my usual policy. Support your local gaming store. If you don't buy these from Walmart, Walmart will survive. But I know that getting into the hobby on a budget is daunting. Those books aren't cheap. And sometimes some of those accessories may seem a little expensive. At my local hobby shop, dice like these would go for about $10 for a set. No bag, just a plastic case for them. Maybe you can get them down to about $8 for a set of dice, $7. If they didn't have the fancy swirling colors, you probably go down to about $6 or $7. And my hobby shop also allows you to buy loose dice for $1 a piece. So this, value-wise, would really be hard for a gaming store to keep up with price-wise. It's big box retailers leveraging their market share. But that's why, again, I wouldn't mind giving these out as gifts to people who otherwise might never have bought their own dice. Or use them in a way that I'm going to be using them to continually help out my gamers around the table who otherwise wouldn't have a set of their own. I do have a couple of sets of dice that I bring with me that I got from RPG Crate. They're a plain red set and a plain green set, and nothing fancy to them. We got them for the Christmas box for them. I think it was 2017. And they're fine. They do their job well. These are just a little prettier, that's all. And I think that people will enjoy using them. And for those of you out there, yeah, I can tell you, they're fine. They're perfectly fine dice. If you need another set or you liked those colors, the dark green, the light green, or the purple, they're fine. And again, for the full price of the 3 sets, you could buy 1 set normally, and not even that pretty. So that's my find for all of you. D&D is not yet so much of a craze that I suspect they sold out as soon as they got them in, but, you know, I don't know how long they'll have them for. They have had, in the past, role-playing games that they've sold. I remember they had the D&D Red box set, which is a fine starter set for 5th edition D&D, and, you know, this is just another dabbling, but, you know, it's an incredible value. So, you know, hopefully that's helpful to you. And as another general reminder, tomorrow I will be running another 5th edition D&D session at the local hobby store. I'll have pre-generated characters. Those people who've played with me before can bring their characters along. I've got a fun new Gonzo adventure of my own design. I like to break it up. I like to have, you know, dungeon exploration and some role play and some you know, some problem solving and things like that. This one is going to be mostly about the exploration and problem solving, a little bit less about the big combats. So, but you know, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty zany, fun adventure. Depends on how many people show up. Last session we had, I believe, 7 or 8. So, you know, if we have lots and lots of people, some of it'll be cut down a little bit in terms of the zany, but it should be a lot of fun. Basically, the premise is that the group is hired through their guild to safeguard a wizard who is about to perform his masterwork, his great work for all of magicdom. And the problem is he's doing something that he thinks is going to threaten the demons of shadow, and that they will try to kill him and ruin his experiment, so he wants adventurers on site to defend him when he's in his most delicate part of his big work. This wizard's a little eccentric, though. He has concocted the idea that the sphere is the perfect geometric structure, and he has devoted his magics to encompassing spheres, to the point where he even has his tower built on top of an enormous 60-foot impenetrable, unburstable soap bubble. It's just on top of it, and it's not secured or anchored, really, but rather it's balanced out by a team of giant white trained mice who pull on fulcrums to keep it balanced when it starts shifting, for those times when it does. They're very good at what they do, but this is all according to the insights that the wizard has of the perfect structures for doing his magic, so it should be fun. If you are in the Wisconsin area, anywhere near Fond du Lac, halfway between Green Bay and Milwaukee, you know, feel free to stop in and you know, bring some dice along, or well, I'll have some dice, and should be a lot of fun. That's going well. Sometime soon I will also, well, actually I will be replacing the 5th edition D&D with Savage Worlds, because I really want to run Savage Worlds, and I'm in the middle of campaigns that aren't allowing me to run Savage Worlds with my home group. So we will be eventually making a switch over to that, and I have a scenario and a world in mind. It'll be fun, but that's coming up too, and I'll be able to talk more about that as we go. I am trying to get to a regimen where I will be making more content for you. I will be doing a special edition. We are transitioning Ask the Wizard. I really love playing as Lord Cadrian de Flynn. I've so far played him once in an actual role-playing game. Now he's a podcast host. And my Ask the Wizard series was a lot of fun. What I'm going to do is I'm transitioning away from him answering questions to something else. I hope you'll like it. That's all I'm going to say. It's something I've really kind of looking forward to. I just got to work on costuming a little bit better. But other than that, yeah, we're going to be busy here, and we'll be getting more stuff out. So thank you for those of you who have not canceled your subscriptions to my channel and gone off on your own way. I know we're all busy. I appreciate you who have stuck around, and stay tuned. There's going to be some exciting things here, I think. So, thank you very much. I'm Rob, and I will see you the next time I crawl in front of the internet and make one of these videos. Farewell.